the alpha male. I don't think he's an alpha, typical alpha guy. When somebody's an alpha...
What's going on? I'm obviously the alpha.
I don't know if we've got different definitions of what an alpha might be.
Rebecca, it doesn't matter how many times you say alpha, it's not gonna happen, okay? Hello, I'm Wilko, and this is Rehashed. All the trash, mess, and drama from reality all around the world. But right now, it's MAFS UK Season 10. You just had a little taste before, but there is a wedding coming up, and it is absolutely chef's kiss excellence.
No.
Before we get there, let's check in on the honeymoons because Maeve and Joe started in a weird spot. And now to Maeve, she's in another weird spot, but like physically. She doesn't really quite know where she is for the honeymoon.
I'm still not 100% too certain where we are.
But she certainly does know what's going in her gob. Pina colada, a bit of bubbly, and probably Joe, if she's lucky. Joe is still on the fence because he wanted fiery, but also soft on the inside, but maybe Maeve is just a tad too fiery. Oh, it's shocking. They want something and then they get a little bit too much of it and they go, oh no. I guess it's like wasabi. Why do I relate everything to food?
So maybe you might possibly be the one to try it, well, calm us down, hopefully.
I mean, you can't expect someone else to force you to do the growing. Like, you could do the growing yourself. That's why people say that you should be cool with yourself and then you invite someone else to be a part of the party. But maybe she will settle because it does seem like Maeve really does like Joe, and not just for his looks.
Get a couple of drinks down it and we'll sure find out.
Yeah, or maybe don't drink. You know, just see what happens. Just like don't drink and see what happens. Which is the opposite of what I did in my 20s, which is have a bunch of drinks and see what happens. I don't really remember what happened. I don't know about Joe, but there's one thing I can't get past with Maeve, and that's the way that she holds a knife. I hate it. I'm not all for etiquette, as you've seen on this channel, but, you know, you're not a toddler.
You being a lady tonight?
Oh, well, I guess that's a no then. Joe wants to get deep. And unfortunately for Maeve, it's not the kind of deep that she would normally want on an initial hookup. But after speaking about her son for a little bit, she really does start to open up, and it's quite sweet.
Like, he is my best friend, but there are times when it is, like, hard.
The refreshing part of this relationship is it seems that Joe has some emotional maturity about him, which I like. So maybe a chance. Am I being too optimistic? Yeah, probably. He does, though, say that his feelings are progressing. That's until, well, okay, this fight comes out of nowhere.
You really pissed me off.
Why have I pissed you off?
Because you have.
And I don't get it. Like, Joe says something about her walls still being up, and she's also talked about her walls still being up, and then he says it out loud, and she gets really mad about it.
I actually feel myself going to kick off soon.
What do you mean? No, I haven't said that.
But you've said these things. Why are you so mad about it? Is it because you've just had a little bit too much to drink?
Yeah, you're saying that I don't fucking open up?
Do you know what I mean?
Because I just don't want everyone to see that I am like this.
He is only saying what you're saying. But because he's saying it's bad? I'm with him. Explain.
Why do you care about that?
Because I do.
For what? Yeah, but that isn't a reason, is it?
Well, yeah, it is. For a very fucking valid reason.
What, because I do?
Fucking idiot.
I didn't want to piss you off, like, with
Yeah,
what
but you've actually hit a nerve, though.
Why?
What a weird blow up that come out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure it's alcohol induced, but if you didn't want to show the softer side of yourself, Maeve, why the fuck did you come on this show? The next day, I think she sees the error of her ways. Maybe it was the alcohol. We've all been there. And she does try to explain that her being vulnerable feels really bad because when she gets vulnerable with people, it leaves her wide open to be hurt. And that's something we can all relate to. Good on Joe. He takes it in his stride and he says that it's fine. They even have a bit of a laugh about it.
Feel closer to you now than I did before.
And in relationships, I'm not an expert, as you know, expert, but I do find that working through little sort of obstacles in a relationship really builds the foundation stronger because you feel like, oh, well, we got past this, then we can get past all the other little things that might be ahead of us. And it actually makes you feel more confident in a relationship.
I was scared for my safety, to be fair.
Shut up, man.
We'll just be lucky she wasn't on that blue drink like she was in the last episode. You know, anything can happen when you're on a blue drink.
Me and Maeve had a really nice time when we got to the villa. One thing led to another, and that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, God.
A scandalo, and now they're rubbing each other in the shower. And you know what, Joey baby? That's all you need to say. You don't need to say anything else. We totally get it.
That is definitely more than a good body.
No, Maeve, I said you don't need to say anything else, okay? It is time for us to check in with double L. That stands for Leigh and Leah, but it could also stand for lady lovers if there was any love happening on this honeymoon. Yeah, after the last episode, I don't think we're going to be moving down a love path. They have this snow picnic, which is stunning. You know, who doesn't want to have a picnic in the snow with like hot cocoa? But it's hard for me to focus on what they're saying because of this sandwich. Yeah, I'm far too invested in the sandwich that Leigh is gobbling down right now. And this sanger isn't the only thing that Leigh will have to swallow. Leah explains that she feels like she is trying harder. And this is not the first time that I think she's tried to get this point across.
Are you?
Are you? I don't know. I don't know if you are. Leah says that she just needs a little bit more flirtiness and a little bit more fun, you know, because it seems like Leigh is very, very serious.
For me, I need a little bit of like flirtiness back.
I don't think she's asking too much. Lighten up a bit.
I don't want to flirt with you.
Okay, I feel like this conversation is being highly edited, like everything in this show, but this one particularly so, because we never really see all of Leigh's mouth as she's saying things. After this, which does not go well, they have dinner and Leigh tries to explain exactly where her head is at. She mentions her past and that is what has made her today, and she also says that she finds Leah attractive. Ooh!
See, I can be sweet.
Okay. See? I told you I can be sweet. See? Maybe she's just doing this to Leah to prove her wrong. See, I can do all the things that you say that I can't do.
No, I'll feed it to you. I'm trying to be romantic.
Sorry.
You asked for effort. I'm giving you effort.
Yeah, that's weird for me, because being fed I don't find a romantic thing. I'm not a little baby, even though I have this remarkable baby face. But I guess whatever floats your lady boats, I'm all for it.
I won't settle for anything less.
Fuck me, another wedding? I always forget how many love lab rats we have to chuck into this very highly scientific experiment. Hey, don't go anywhere. I know the weddings can be tedious, but this one's going to be a good one. And also, at the end of it, a honeymoon with a couple that I thought were really going to be on the up and up, but it turns out they're on the nup and nup. That doesn't work. Leave it in, but it doesn't work. Rebecca is on our list of get-to-knows for this episode, and I tell you what, I have a feeling inside my bones that she is going to bring the trash, mess, and drama. I'm
successful, fiercely independent, determined. I'm attracted to the alpha male.
Shut up. Oh, I love it when they want an alpha, because this mystical alpha beast never really materializes for the bride that wants it.
I'm attracted to the big man that can lead me by the hand.
Oh, she wants a big man who can take her by the hand and lead her. Hang on, does that sound familiar to anyone else who maybe watched the most recent season of the Australian MAFS? Jick, jick, jicky. You know I'm right.
When you're entrepreneurial.
Oh, fuck me, she's also an entrepreneur. We just got a carbon copy. I mean, Control C and Control V. You've done it, MAFS UK producers. You found the brunette Jack. Well, I guess now I have to call her Jack Becker. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but I'm going to stick with it. Jack Becker says she is very clear with what she wants, and that's always a huge red flag. Because the MAFS drive-thru will absolutely fail at every turn. Should we take a shot every time she says alpha?
I'm attracted to the alpha male.
Oh no, so soon. What? Do we think that an alpha male would wear so many colours in his sweater? I don't know, it feels a little bit beta to me. I don't know. I don't know what any of it means. I don't know why these people are like, I'm looking for an alpha. Shut up. Let's meet Bailey. He's a daddy, and just like me, he thinks that he is a 5-star wonder. But unlike me, and thank you to everybody who gave me 5 stars, even though I demanded it, unlike me, the jury is still out on Bailey. He's loud and he's extroverted, but that doesn't mean that he's an alpha. Oh, does it count when I say it? The good news for Jack Becker, though, is that he is also an entrepreneur, and apparently he is the Richard Branson of Brighton.
Kind of like the Richard Branson of Brighton.
I'm not sure if that's because he wears a lot of white linen and has some sex parties on an island, or if it's because he's cash rich. Like, I don't know exactly which part of Richard Branson. I'm not going for looks, I don't think. Bailey is looking for kindness. And after seeing Jack Becker for 5 seconds, I don't know if they're gonna deliver for him. Even 2 shillings is calling her
Who is possibly one of our trickiest brides to match.
tricky. And we all know that tricky is the nicest way that someone can say utter punish.
If the spark ignites for these two,
Well, your track record for the spark this season has been appalling. The science has really fallen down on this spark. It's nowhere to be seen. Wendy, her mum, is really ready for the Australian Melbourne Cup with that giant fascinator on her head. And while she's wearing that, she's also reading her daughter down a bit. Yeah, she's just communicating with us that we're correct in thinking that she's very, very tricky.
Typical alpha guy.
Oh, no, shot.
Big feet, gym bod, a six-pack.
I assume that given his height of 6'4", that a big foot is going to come along with it. But really, in 2025, are we demanding men to have abs? You don't want to be judged on your body, right, Jack Becker? So just because he might not have visible abs, also, not all of us can get them. I've got a couple here at the top, but as we get lower down... Even when Jack Becker walks down the aisle, she commands it. In fact, she scares me a little bit when she's walking.
How's it going? You alright?
Becca.
Hi, Rebecca. I'm Bailey. Nice to meet you.
Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it starts nice. That's good.
6'4".
6'4".
He's not 6'4". I guess 6'1".
I mean, why would you lie about that? Like, that's a weird thing to lie about on national TV. No, I'm 6'4". It's an easy thing that we could check. Like, someone get a tape measure. Jack Becker's resting face is absolutely excellent. Like, it's resting in a way that tells us everything that she's feeling during the vows. In Jack Becker's vows, she also claims that she wants to be seen for the real person she is, and she vows that she's going to see him for who he really is. But then she's already judging him for apparently not being 6'4" and not being, I'm not going to say the A word because we've taken too many shots. But also, if you say that you want to be accepted and you're going to accept him, shouldn't you actually accept? Now, as she gets emotional, he does well up a little bit because it's nice that he has feelings. But I feel like she's from an era where men shouldn't have feelings. Yeah, they should bottle everything up because that's been so great for men in general.
Trying to be all macho, aren't I?
I don't think he's an alpha.
Oh, fuck!
Please join me in giving them your warmest.
Just like Jicky from the Australian one, I'm confused. She wants an alpha, but she also wants to direct that alpha to be what she wants him to be. You know, like, what do you want here? And just like so many of them, she goes on about how this isn't the type of guy that she would be drawn to on the outside. And I'm like, well, then you know why you're here, right? It's to go for someone that you don't normally go for because that hasn't been working too well. Has it, Jack Becky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We both alphas then, are we?
Oh, no, he said it.
See, I don't get that vibe at all.
Oh, God. I mean, come on.
What's going on? I'm obviously the alpha.
No, somebody make it stop.
I don't know if we've got different definitions of what an alpha might be.
She suspects him already of lying about how much he drinks and also how much he goes to the gym. Yes, she does want to judge him on pretty much every aspect of his life.
Is he 6'4"?
Like, there's no way he's 6'4". About 6'2" on a good day, I think.
Wait. Is he actually lying about this? Is he lying? What a weird thing to do. If he is lying, why would you come on TV and say all these things that aren't true about yourself? People are going to fact check. People are going to see this and fact check very quickly. Jack Becky is really put off by his friends because she's finding some things out from them. Also, Bailey, get some new friends. They suck. They are absolutely, according to the edits, selling you down the river.
You're not 6'4".
That's wild. Everything I've said has been total truth.
I'm confused. What is the truth? What is your height? Tell me in centimeters, okay? Somebody get a tape measure. And because of his chatty friends talking about his ex, she goes on with this whole like, hey, I found out that like when you're with your ex, you actually started to change bits of yourself and like you started dressing differently, like a little bit more like your ex. And like, I don't really like that. I want you to be who you are. Don't we take things from all the relationships in our life? Like, don't we like take little bits of people and don't we like become who we are from who we're surrounded by. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's good and healthy to take little bits and pieces. You don't want to change yourself completely, but like, shut up, Jack Becky.
I would see it growing with someone. I think I've grown from all of my past relationships.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you want to grow? It would be weird if you were in a relationship and you didn't grow and maybe learn some things that you're like, oh, they like that and I actually like that too. Apparently, when they get to their honeymoon suite, the sleeping arrangements need to be discussed. But don't worry, she's not making him go to a completely different hotel like Leigh did to Leah. No dungeon for him, just the couch. She wants a clear divide. I don't understand why these adults can't share a king bed together. It's a king bed. Put up some pillows if you're that worried about a foot touching someone else. Speaking of fired up, it's time for our last honeymoon, and I promised you it was going to be good. Two absolutely stunning people, one called Julia Ruth, who I'll now call JR, and Divarney. It seemed like everything was going pretty good, and we left on a good note in the last video, right? I know I forget how these things get edited in the end, but I left feeling good after I recorded it. And now, apparently things are changing. This couple actually shared a bed and apparently was very romantic. And then JR, she turns around and she talks about how she's a very sexual person, which is excellent. But apparently she's not feeling those flutters that she normally would at this stage.
My wife is a very beautiful woman. I'm very attracted to her.
She isn't feeling that bed chem, but maybe a trip to Morocco will change everything.
I didn't get the initial spark that I was hoping for with Divarney.
Oh no! Oh, another curious case of the spark that's gone missing. Holy shit. Someone needs to put an air tag on these sparks, because the show, I don't know if they don't bring any or if they just go missing, but we just can't seem to lock one down per couple. Julia Ruth isn't getting the same energy from him that she is giving. Now, everybody's energy levels are different, but she expects him to kind of match her, I guess. But isn't it good to be with someone who isn't your equal energy and maybe a little bit yin to yang? I thought that was a good thing. Before this next conversation, Divarney is feeling all the feels for her, and I don't think he has really any idea that JR isn't in the same boat. They're sharing some experiences on what they were feeling when they first saw each other, and obviously he is extremely complimentary, and then she...
I think it is fair to say that there was an expectation maybe on like height. I mean, I have dated like taller guys.
Huh?
Oh no, don't bring up height. Is this an editing... No. This has to be an editing stitch-up. No one cares this much about height, right? You can't get everything you want in the MAFS drive-through. It's not like Macca's. I'm sorry, I've said it before. You can say that you want extra pickles, but there's no guarantee that you're going to get extra pickles, even at a Macca's drive-through.
I don't want to be mean to him.
Oh, well then don't be mean. Don't be mean. After she shares her feelings, his feelings are then hurt, but he is trying to push on because he feels something for her.
So, yeah, it's not ideal. It's not fun.
Oh, he's just boring. Oh, I know what's happened here. You're surrounded by so many fun gays. Fun gays, not fun guys. And sometimes they just don't measure up. When you surround yourself by so many gays, you think, wow, is this what men are like? And it turns out, no, those men are different. Just like my nan when she'd watch me in the backyard and she'd go, he's a little bit different, isn't he? What did you say about me, grandmother? That's so fucking stupid. She keeps saying that she wants him to be fun, but I'm also, in the edit, not seeing anything that JR's bringing to the table to be fun either. There is going to be no humping on this honeymoon, methinks. Well, unless we count the camels. But if you've ever ridden a camel before, it does restrict you from wanting to ride anything else for a while after it.
Divarney, it is quite difficult to find the fun, light-hearted side, and
he does go on a bit. I will agree with JR here. And it does seem like that when he speaks, it's like from a bad action movie. Like, remember the ones that Bruce Willis was doing sort of towards the end of his career? And they were just like, he just loved working so much, but the scripts were just really bad. I still watched them and I still loved them, but they were just really bad. This is how Divarney speaks.
I think the worst thing is that I've always went through life questioning why certain things happen.
JR, she then comes for him for his negative outlook, but I don't think he's actually deliberately trying to be negative. I think he's trying to share and open up and be vulnerable, and you're just hearing it as negative, and then you're kind of shooting him down in a moment where he's being vulnerable, which I think is super detrimental to your whole relationship.
I can't lift us both up. What I need was just a little bit of positivity and fun so we can feel the attraction.
It was just something that hit me in that moment, and I was just pouring out the feelings.
Oh, he's pushing back a little bit. As we've seen, a lot of people are coming to these relationships and they are showing their their demons and their wounds very, very early on. They're not obvious to the person sometimes is showing them, but I think Divarney is just trying to show you the deeper parts of him to see if it scares you off. And you know what? It's actually scaring you off.
It's just like a tornado of negativity.
I get it. It would be nice to have fun all the time, but there needs to be a balance. I know he might go too far the other way.
Just for tonight, we'll just do separate rooms, just to be clear.
Wait, so tonight they're going to sleep in separate rooms and then tomorrow she's going to try again? This has gone bad so very, very quickly. It's actually worse when the spark is kind of there for one person, but the other one's just not feeling a zap. And that is it for our last episode of the week for Married at First Sight UK. Have you gone all the way with me? Oh, God, I hope so. 5 nights in a row. Stop it. If you and I have gone all the way, I've never smoked in my life, so that was really great acting. If you and I have gone all the way, you need to prove it to me, show me your love in the comments, and you need to put what you think my height is in the comments. Thanks to everybody who donates to the channel. It actually really means a lot. Even if it's just like a couple of bucks, it's excellent. Because if everyone did that, wow, I could pay the internet bill. So there's a little love heart below. You can do it that way. Or it's much better if you go to rehashed.com.au/donate. The links are in the description below. That way you can donate directly to me. And I really, really do appreciate it. I also read all of your cute little messages that you attach to them. If you're a new subscriber to this channel, let me know. Put that in the comments below as well. And I will see you in another video in a couple of days.